My name is Marvel. I am a member of AMWIK. I think I've been a member for over 10 years or 13 years or something like that. AMWIK was my springboard because what happened is the way I got into the international platform was through AMWIK. AMWIK is very localized, okay? So we work in Kenya, we work with partners, we partner with everybody. But then there was an international meeting. And one of the directors told me, I'm going for another meeting, could you step in and just represent AMWIK? And that's how I got into the international, the global platform. Because after that, it just flew. And I will be forever grateful for AMWIK for that. One of the strongest things any journalist, especially female journalists, you can do for yourself, the favor you can do for yourself, please join a strong network. A network that sends you out, a network that calls you for meetings, a network that trusts you to do work with them, a network that helps you move to the next level. You cannot succeed alone. So that's why I always tell people, whichever place I go, especially the women, please, and the female journalists, please join AMWIK. It will catapult you because you find, what I like is the mix, the veterans, and the Gen Zs and the millennials right in the middle. So you learn a lot. And one of the things also I've really enjoyed is peer-to-peer learning. You learn from people. They tell you, okay, so Marvel, what are you doing with this? And then you realize, oh, I've not added that to my CV. I need to do that to get to my CV. And they are open about opportunities. That is one thing I really like about AMWIK, the opportunities that are put on the platform. And what I like about them is, if you're not alert, that opportunity goes. So now what it does is that it causes you to be alert to grab opportunities because they always put in the platform, our communication platform. And this is not about advertising, by the way. It has nothing to do with advertising. Get into a network like AMWIK, an established network that will help catapult you. Every time I'm in a network, I always ask myself, how will it help me and what am I bringing to the table? That's what I usually ask myself. And I have found that if I'm not networking, then I'm a bit low on something. So that's what I like, because AMWIK forces you to network. There's been a statement that has been said a lot, and it sounds cliche, but it is true. Your network is your net worth. The people who surround you. So have strong networks with you. You cannot succeed alone. In fact, I always tell young female journalists, ukitoka tu hivi shule, get into AMWIK. Get into learn to get into networks of what you want to learn. And I've applied this to every other thing I'm doing. So I'm in a number of networks because of that, because I saw what AMWIK did for me. So in spite of it's not just about the opportunities you get. It's also asking yourself, how am I giving back? How am I giving back? So two things. Recently, I was involved in the elections committee, and it was a joy to be part of it. And I'm wishing the new committee or the new board all the best because that was a milestone. And I learned also a lot from my friends who are sitting in this committee about leadership and about electing and about how we're looking at these people who are coming in, what are we looking for. And secondly, I was involved also with how I give back is, you get a call and they tell you, Marvel, so this group wants to be trained and we don't have funding for it. Can you train them? And it's not because about the money, it's more like you're passionate about the subject. Because you know that if you step in, and when you step in, the lives of these people will be better. And so I did that for digital safety for women in political spheres. I felt I'm telling you, it was so fulfilling. Talking to those women, answering their questions, because sometimes it's not even about that they want to know so many complicated things. They just want solutions to a few problems they're having on the digital space. So you feel good that you gave back like that. Yeah. And also I mentor a number of members. Some members who tell you, you will not know how you've mentored me, but you just know you mentor me, because they ask you questions. They can call you from nowhere and just ask you a question. And then you take the next 20 minutes responding, troubleshooting, and making sure that they are fine. I want AMWIK to be the organization for female journalists to go to. a go-to organization. You know how when you sit and you're told, oh, and have you joined AMWIK? Like that. Especially for all, okay, because we have veterans, we have millennials, we have Gen Zs. Every upcoming journalist, you know how media council is right now, that when you're a journalist, really you must register. I want that for AMWIK, because AMWIK is really impacting women around Kenya. If you look at it as a growing opportunity, it becomes your springboard, yeah, to your next level. Yeah.